Right then, this is a quick walk around video, and this is for a Honda Jazz 1.2 SE. As you can see here, 2010 car, and it's this later version. Lovely condition, this car, really nice. Very low mileage, just 36,000 miles on the clock. Front of the car, really clean, just the odd couple of tiny little touch-ins done on the vehicle, which you'd expect on the car this age, in all honesty, but they certainly don't detract in any way. Bonnet itself, hardly a stone chip anywhere in there, any note at all. Coming down the near side of the car first, and it's pretty much like a mirror in the panels. I can't see any indentations at all on there. Front wing unmarked, front near side alloy in lovely condition as well. Near side rear alloy, absolutely unmarked on there. Come around the back of the vehicle again, all very clean and tidy. It's also been treated with kid gloves, this car. Going around to the off side of the car. Again, mirror smooth on the panels there. Off side rear alloy, completely unmarked. And then the remaining panel looks absolutely lovely. It's not to say, of course, that aren't the odd tiny little marks that the camera hasn't picked up on, so please do bear that in mind. But I try and pick up on everything I possibly can. And rear offside, front offside alloy, again, very clean and tidy. Coming into the boot area, big boots on these Jazzes. You know, relatively small car, but they do make most of their space. It's been kept in absolutely fantastic condition back here. Coming into the back of the car now, full set of original Honda mats in the vehicle. Again, all in lovely condition back here. I've raised the seats into their vertical position because this shows part of this utterly brilliant sort of magic seat design. Really is so clever. Just drop them down, literally just pull the lever up there and drop it down. It's as simple as that, just so well engineered. With the seats down, you can see just how much leg room you get, and bear in mind I'm not cheating, because those front seats, and anyone's welcome to try it when they come, are actually sat to my driving position, and I'm over 6 foot tall, so that's about as bad as it's going to be. Front passenger door card, as with all the others in all honesty, looks pretty much as new. Footwell areas all lovely and clean and tidy. The front passenger seat is in absolutely excellent condition. Coming to the driver's area now. Footwell areas all again very clean and tidy. Driver's seat, really lovely condition. So sat inside the car now. Engine's running through the section, so you can see the dashboard actually illuminated. Just to show you, these, you obviously got your lower glove box, but you also get a little cubby hole at the top there as well on these Jazzes. So they really do make the most of every tiny little bit of space. Dashboard is in absolutely lovely condition, it really is. It matches the rest of the car absolutely perfectly. All the little recesses, everything been kept really nicely on the car. Just come back to the binnacle there, hopefully you can see 36,831 miles, and apart from fuel lights there are no warning lights on this vehicle at all. But so the video doesn't really do justice to just how nice this car's been kept in. Just to quickly show you, quite often overlooked actually, the owner's manual pack is here for the car, as is the lock and wheel nut key. So finally, just to come into the engine bay, which is always with Hondas, beautifully presented. Lovely little VTEC engines, absolutely bomb-proof little engines as well. More of which in the following road test video. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Honda Jazz 1.2 SE. This particular car is registered FG10LDA, LDA, and mileage at the start of the road test is just 32,825 miles. The reason for doing the road test is essentially so anyone that's looking at this car online in an advert actually gets to see that very car in operation. We're well aware that many people go and see cars only to find out they've got a fundamental problem, which you clearly should have been told about before setting off. And it can be a complete waste of your time, so hence that's why we do it. It's rare that there's anything on the cars to report back other than the fact that they're good, but if there is, we always do report back any issues on the cars that you'll experience on test drive. And that includes things like warning lights, by the way. The road test's also done on these very quiet country roads, very close to our premises, so hopefully it'll be representative of what you'd feel yourself if offered a test drive in the car. So coming to the car itself, been very, very, very well looked after, this car. It's got a lovely service history, kind of over-serviced in lots of ways, but it's always a good sign of ownership. Engine starts absolutely instantly, as you'd expect from our Honda, of course. Settles to absolutely smooth, rock-solid idle, and pulls absolutely beautifully. It really does. They're great, great engines. Obviously the world's best engine builder in my humble opinion, but it's a very sweet, very refined and very quiet engine in operation as well, and of course hugely economical in day-to-day running. Absolutely no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car. The only light currently illuminated is just for low fuel, which obviously putting fuel in will soon extinguish that. Engine then feeds through clutch and into gearbox. Clutch on the car is absolutely perfect. Bite point is exactly where it should be on the pedal travel. Clutch pedal itself is smooth and silent in operation, and very light and positive in actuation as well. Clutch then feeds through into the Honda gearbox, which again is an absolute class act. I mean, they really do gearboxes absolutely superbly. They're not only tough and durable, but they're lovely to operate. They're slick, they're precise, short in throw. You simply can't get lost in the gearbox. The gears engage beautifully well. The synchro meshes are of a very high quality, and it just, each springing, each little detent into each gear is perfectly aligned. So it just encourages you to drive the car, but you just can't get lost in the gearbox. It's absolutely superb. So in terms of powertrain in the vehicle, all in absolutely perfect working order. Steering of the car, and again, this is one of the things I love about this generation Jazz. When you drive the car, they genuinely feel like a car from a much bigger class, because they feel really solid, almost like they're heavy on the road. And the steering helps with that feeling as well. It's just that feeling of security as you're driving the car. It's got a lovely weight to it. It's very accurate. Tracks bullet straight, by the way. There's absolutely no vibrations coming back through the steering wheel at all. But it's a really lovely power steering setup. And I said it really just helps to bring across what is undoubtedly there's a very high quality car. Chassis of the vehicle, again, lovely, smooth, comfortable ride in the vehicle. Very controlled, doesn't flop and flounder through the corners. It's actually quite eager to go through the corners. It's they've done an absolutely cracking job on it. So it's as comfortable on a road and motorway as it is driving around city centres. So done a really good job. What I'm looking for on road test, of course, is any sign of any kind of mechanical wear underneath the vehicle, and that normally shows in just like little sort of rattles when you hit a bump, but there's nothing at all on the car. It rides smoothly. You'll hear it hitting the bumps, but what you won't feel or hear is any sort of clanking or clunking coming from underneath the car. It's absolutely silent in that respect. Just going to get up to speed a little bit, and then I'll give the brakes a bit of a shove. Speed now, just going to really good brake pedal on the car. Again, what I'm looking for is three things really. One, that there's no sort of vibrations coming back through the brake pedal, no pulsing on the brake pedal either, and when you hit the brake pedal it doesn't just violently veer left or right, and this one's absolutely perfect. Looking around inside the car, I mean, we've not cleaned it yet, and it is in absolutely stunning condition in here. It's so clean. And what the videos unfortunately just cannot get across to you is how stunningly well made these